Yo, what up, y'all? Welcome to the Lyricist Podcast. You are now rocking with your man, Lyricist and Dear for Life. What's the word, homie?
What's up, man? Glad we're back. Been a while, finally here. A lot going on, a lot to talk about. Ready to get into it.
Too much shit going on, man. Got some shit that we had to change up and, press forward. And, we got to get back to cranking out these pods, man.
No
So
doubt.
I thank everybody that's been supporting us. We really appreciate y'all. So, we will be getting some more episodes out here and consistently too. So all of our hurdles is, pretty much behind us for the most part.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, let's hop into the topic. I've been meaning to talk about this stuff since it started, but I don't want to over talk about it because it's still kind of playing out a little bit. It's the Young Thug shit, man. What's your thoughts on that?
Man, as far as Young Thug, the trial's been crazy. The judge is crazy. The defense attorney is crazy. The witnesses are crazy. The prosecutors look crazy because they brought this bogus case forward. Young Thug, man, I wish him well. I hope he gets off. It looks like he has a chance because it's a bogus case and a lot of stuff's questionable, but you never know, man. They definitely trying to get him. They definitely want him in jail, and the judge probably bought off.
Yeah, I believe the judge is paid for it, man. His behavior just shows that. Yeah, because it's like, to me, it feels like he's trying to tilt the case in, the prosecutor's favor.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing that, the defense attorney is looking to get him recused, because it's like, dude, it's like, or removed, not recused. He has to recuse himself, but just to get him out of the fucking way, because it just seems as if, he's doing everything that's unethical, to put an attorney in jail because he refused to tell you where he got some information from.
Yeah.
It's like, and like he was saying, it's like he should have been a part of that meeting.
Why that was sketchy from the judge's part, man.
It looked real sketchy. Oh, if you don't tell me who told you about the meeting in my chambers, I'm going to put you in jail. I'm going to hold you in contempt.
Right.
Like, you really can't or should not do that.
Right.
That just means that you really, really are willing to bend the law in your favor to get the results that work for you. And that's kind of fucked up. That means that I feel bad for Young Thug for the most part, because he's not getting a fair trial.
Hey, I know I'm not a lawyer or anything, but if I was in charge of his defense, I would lean on that the rest of the way. Like, no matter what they want to talk about, I would lean on that particular moment of the trial. Like, that was sketchy as hell. It's just a mistrial. It's not fair at all. So I'm not, like I said, I'm not a lawyer, but it's bogus as hell, and I wish Young Thug the best.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, it's messy. So this shit can keep going on and on and on. But like you say, he's not getting a fair trial. It just seems like they're trying to do everything they can, with 100+ witnesses, but the witnesses is really not saying shit. So I'm like, after you sit up here and you put a person in a position to be like, okay, well, I don't want to talk about it now. They're making me talk about it. They're threatening me.
Yeah.
Like, that's not due process.
Shout out to the witnesses. The witnesses, cool.
So it's just fucking weird, man. All right. So another thing that just happened and just popped up recently is this stuff with Julio Fulio, man. So what do you know about that, bro?
Oh, man. Passing. R.I.P. Julio Fulio. I mean, I don't know much about his music. He's one of those newer artists from Jacksonville, Florida. I've seen him in the news. I've heard a little bit of his music the past couple of years. He was always dissing people. He was always in beefs. I remember moments where his ops were killed, and he was making diss tracks and cemeteries, and he said something about one of them dying on their birthday, and R.I.P. he just died on his birthday, the 23rd. So, and it was probably due to the fact he was on Instagram posting his location, telling people to come to his birthday party. It was a pool party. But yeah, man, the life, it's crazy lifestyle nowadays. It's certain pockets of rap. You diss somebody, that's your life. I mean, people people that insecure, they take stuff personally. You diss the wrong person, you might be in danger. So
yeah, facts.
These dudes are bragging about being serial killers and doing whatever on the street, and I don't know, man. It's a problem. It's definitely a problem.
I mean, the thing is, it's like you play with something that's real, that's tangible. Beef is real. Beef is tangible. That shit can seek you out. That shit will find you. And like the dumbest thing for you to do is to play with your location when you got beef like that.
Right. That's just a death wish. It's like you playing around. You playing with the devil, bro.
It's like, you know, somebody's going to come knocking on that door. Somebody. Yeah. You know, and I think that's the unfortunate situation that somebody came knocking on that door. And, you know, it ended up costing them his life. But you can't be playing around like that, man. You know, it is karma. You know, you put that stuff in the atmosphere, it does come around. It always comes around.
In addition to what I said, his supposed ops, the people that are suspected of killing him, have already released a song about it, bragging about doing it. They've also posted selfies at the location with their guns. I mean, when are we going too far? I mean, I don't know, man. It's common sense to me, but there's no hope for some of these. No child left behind. A lot of y'all left behind, bro. A lot of y'all got a lot of growing up to do.
A lot
of stuff to learn. Like, y'all don't even realize what life's all about. It's sad. It's sad. We gotta talk about it, but we gotta talk about it. We gotta say something because it's right in our face. It's on the news, and these are popular artists that people are influenced by, and you know, they're right in front of us in our culture. They're representing us. And these are the type of artists, these artists that brag about guns, you know, gang culture, killing each other. These artists that are in the streets, say like Chicago, Jacksonville, poverty-stricken neighborhoods. These are the artists that the industry wants to represent us as far as the culture, the people in charge, pulling the strings. I mean, that's from my perspective, how I look at it. They're putting the right people in front of us as a stereotype to represent us as a culture. I don't want to speak for everybody. I'm speaking from my perspective, but it's kind of apparent to me, and we gotta take back what's ours, man. I mean, hip hop's something that we created, and it's still young. It hasn't been around long. This hip hop's still a very young genre, and I feel like it's going in the wrong direction right now, and we need to reel it back in. We need to go back to the roots a little bit, at least, you know, get in touch with our roots, and you know.
Yeah, I agree. Make these motherfuckers use their heads. That's the problem. It's like, it's not about making the best song that make everybody dance and move. Now it's really, really prevalent for people like to hear like stories. Like, I did this and this is what happened. You know, King Von was good for that. You know, even though people say that he was a monster and shit like that, but he told stories. You listen to those stories. Most of y'all rap those stories. So at the end of the day, it's like, you know, being able to tell a story, kind of like process what could happen if you make the wrong fucking decisions. I know that's not like the funnest type of music to listen to. I know everybody don't want to listen to all the positivity and, you know, how to avoid, you know, bullshit, you know, traps and shit. Jay told stories too about what he did and how he ended up in certain positions. He told it for a reason. Every rapper tells a story for a reason. So, you know, if we gravitate into these artists and these artists are just talking about doing drugs, robbing each other and killing their ops and stuff, you know, what do you expect to happen? You know, you're putting that energy out there and that energy manifests. It will always manifest into something negative. So, you know, this guy was doing this stuff and he was playing around with people's names and around graves and all that other stuff. That he built up his karma. Now, I'm not going to say that he deserved it, but what I am going to say is that you worked hard to make your ops think about doing something to you on your birthday.
Yeah,
they really considered it like hurting you or worse on your birthday. It's a chain reaction. You put your location out there, so guess what? You gone, your family hurt, your friends are hurt, and everybody's ready to spin the block for you, but You gotta think about it. Why are they spinning the block though? What reason do they have to spin the block? Something happened to your ops, you know, or something happened to you, or vice versa. Everybody ready to spin the fucking block. So like, when does this shit stop? You know, right. And I'm not trying to be a preacher. And it's like, it's just one of those things that, you know, maybe it's time for us to dial back some of this shit that we hear in hip hop now and actually tweak it. So motherfuckers can actually get some lessons on how life really works.
Right.
So that's just my thought. But we gravitate past that now and hop into this conversation about the pop out. Kendrick Lamar, Drake. He keeping his foot on Drake neck. I know everybody watched it.
Not according to a lot of people. A lot of people out here talking about how Drake's winning.
I don't understand how. It's like, oh yeah, he gonna run that song into the ground. No, he do what he's supposed to do. Do a video, show a united West Coast. That's what matters. That's what matters in the interim. It's like at the end of the day, it's not only about Drake. It's about Drake challenged this man on his popularity at home. He threw names out there, not even getting confirmation from those names that he threw out there that they was really ready to ride against Kendrick. So what the fuck he did was took a whole coast, and that whole coast is changed on you. And that's the most dangerous coast to have like flip on you too.
Yeah. Drake better watch himself. He better keep bowing out of this. I've seen he responded a little bit on Instagram with the summer league, something about the summer league because it was at the forum.
Yeah.
He just stop, Drake. Just stop.
Just shut the fuck up.
Be quiet, man. Because
just shut up. Take your L.
Right.
Take your L.
This isn't good.
I'm not gonna sit up here and be delusional. You know, people want to treat Kendrick as if he's not relevant. If he's not relevant, why is it every single time this man went away, came back in a few years, dropped the album, y'all downloaded that shit?
That's the kind of stuff pisses me off when I see that he's not relevant and we weren't listening to him. We can't name 5 songs. I can't stand seeing that shit, man.
Revisionist history. Revisionist history. They want to believe that he doesn't, you know, matter. Oh yeah, you know, this is going to blow over and guess who's still going to be on top? This motherfucker Spotify is taking a hit. Everything that has Drake involved in it is taking a hit. Okay, don't take my word for it. Go ahead and research it. Y'all say, but it's like this is not Drake hate. It is what it is. Me as an artist, I'm like, I can't hate on another artist. It just doesn't look right, but I can tell the fucking truth. I can tell you what it looked like. And it looks like, you know, he's facing the inevitable. You've been up there so long. You're destined to fall at some point. You got to pass the crown. It's going to happen. The game is going to take it from you. You know, I don't do all this, you know, debating bullshit. I'm like, look, y'all want to debate facts, okay? Factually speaking, Drake has been setting himself up to get iced for a long time. He's been playing with fire for a long time, talking shit to the wrong people for a long time. So, and it just happened to happen.
It's because he's out of touch with the culture, I feel like. If he was in touch, he would have realized all this from the beginning, like all the mistakes he's made, but he's so out of touch with the culture. Even though he's so big, it doesn't mean he's tapped in and in touch with the culture. But now that's being revealed.
Yeah, he's the golden child.
Right.
The keys to the industry was given to him. That's why he had his shit for 50. They did everything they possibly could to milk that cow. They did everything they could.
Right.
I mean, fucking UMG tried to stop the beef, stop the battle, didn't work. And Kendrick keeps his foot on his neck. And, you know, I forgot who it was earlier, but it was like, 5 diss records is not going to move me about, Drake. It's not meant to move you. It moved an entire culture. You have to see that. The effect of those diss records.
It was very impactful. It left a dent in the culture. We're going to talk about this for forever.
let's call a spade and knocked off a Goliath.
Yeah.
Like Lil David, Lil Kendrick, 5'6", whatever he is. What Drake said he is wearing a size 7.
All right.
With his size 7 shoe, put his foot in Goliath's ass.
Yeah.
Easily. So easily. And I told people it was over with after Euphoria. And people don't want to believe it. I'm like, because y'all don't care about bars. That's cool. You ain't got like the bars. Guess what? He took it a step further and made good music. Now what? What? So it's like, so what he said in Euphoria was true. You make music to pacify him. I make music that electrify him.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Not Like Us is electrifying, bro. Electrifying. I'm pretty sure HBSCU, college is going to fucking play that shit.
Oh, they're only playing that shit the rest of the year, bro.
Yeah. It's like, I heard somebody talk about this, and I didn't even think about it. That it was people at the concert with their phones up, recording and shit like this. And guess what's gonna happen a year from now? On this day, was Kendrick did this to Drake on that day.
And hip hop history.
It's gonna always show on this day for year after year after year. Mm-hmm. We're going to see this shit pop up in our timelines. Oh, yeah, I remember Not Like Us. And guess what? We going to play the song. Kendrick was smart when he put that shit on Amazon because he knew what everybody was going to do. Put their phones up and show that they watched that shit. And guess what? It's going to pop up in each and every one of those individuals' memories from this point forward.
Yeah.
So, strategically speaking, that is fucking masterful.
Yeah.
You literally took the tool of your enemy and used it against him better than he could ever use it against you. He's a fucking memory now.
Yeah.
So I'm going to shut up, man. What's your thoughts on this shit, man?
I thought everybody was pointing out who was there. I was noticing who wasn't there. I didn't see Crooked Eye there. Was he there? Did you see him?
Crooked was there. Yeah.
Okay. I missed that one. Okay. Yeah. I didn't see the game there. Of course, he said something about that. It was like a 15-minute explanation, but I don't know. It was whack. It was corny. I'm a Game fan. He can rap his ass off, bro. I mean, he's an MC and he's better than a lot of dudes, but he be making corny moves in the industry. So sometimes you look at him funny, but. Yeah, he had some long, whacked out explanation, but it was obviously sketchy. And then somebody from the camp already responded and said that he was being careful with what he said. So there's obviously beef there. We know Game's close with Drake. I guess he's gonna ride with Drake a little bit more right now, or he already chose his side. So I guess he didn't even get the invite from Kendrick or the camp because they know what it is.
Exactly.
But,
man. Yeah, man. Game want that stimulus. That's what he want. He want that Drake stimulus.
Yeah.
I hope it still work for you, nigga. Because Sexy Red, her last song, people woke up and realized this shit is trash. They remember that. It's like, oh, this shit is awful.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, bro. That's like,
Game don't have to do that. You got good music. You make good albums. You don't have to be involved in everything. You don't have to do stuff for clout. Do anything for clout. That's whack mentality.
It's extremely whack. That's the problem with the game is that, he sits up here and he puts this 15 minute like fucking TED Talk bullshit out. Like, bro, if you're not there, it's because you weren't invited. And you want to know why you weren't invited, Game? Because it was more Game shit. It was like, we already know what to expect from you. We seen what you was doing.
Right.
You wanted to be the odd man out. You wanted to be the only person on the West Coast that was not riding for Kendrick. That's what you wanted. And you wanted to make sure you showed Drake your loyalty so you can get that stimulus when it was all said and done. That's why you thought that nigga was going to win. But he didn't. Now what? Now you got to run around and save face.
Right.
Keep it up, motherfuckers gonna start reminding everybody that you was a stripper.
Oh man.
Dance no pose, Mr. Gigolo.
On Good Kid, Mad City, Kendrick said he used to be jealous of Game.
He has his reasons.
Yeah. That's understandable though.
Yeah.
It's just a natural feeling, natural human emotion, especially if you think you're better than a person.
Yeah, I mean, because Game had the spot at one point.
Yeah, Game was it.
Yeah, it's like
Game represented the West Coast at one point.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But the Game was there when everybody gave Kendrick the crowd. So how do you take part in that? And like it makes me think that tweet that he said that he got to pretend to like niggas. That makes me think that he was talking about Kendrick.
Yeah.
So why were you a part of the ceremony to crown this kid?
Him and Drake too close, bro.
Man.
Then he let Drake diss Kendrick on a feature on his own.
Yeah,
album.
He did. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. He should have pulled the plug on that. That's corny as fuck. You don't do that.
Right.
You don't do that. I mean, that's like Royce hopping on a track.
Yeah.
With fucking, MGK. MGK taking a shot at M.
Right. That's whack as hell.
That shit ain't gonna happen.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm like, the Game has to figure out how to be relevant. His failed attempts to get Rick Ross to respond, to diss records and shit.
That was a good track, though. I mean,
yeah,
he buried Rick Ross lyrically with that. I mean, Rick Ross is still cool, but
yeah, he survived because he didn't respond.
Right.
But you know what? The problem with the Game is that you're not the right person dissing him. Had it been 50, man, oh man, he would have been ready. He would have been ready for 50. He would have responded.
Yeah.
Rick Ross would have jumped all over that shit. Probably still would have lost, but he would have jumped all over that shit. I don't think 50 got in him to do that shit no more, man. He be the person that be talking about how it works and how to win and shit like that. I think he'd be better off coaching niggas.
I don't understand how the beef with them started. With 50 and Rick Ross.
Ah, man. What was it? Rick Ross. So it was a statement. It was a story that was put out about 50 Cent and his baby mama around that time, and Rick Ross, like I want to say he tweeted, and like 50 was like, "What the fuck?" Like, dude.
I remember Rick Ross started it. I just don't know how.
So he tweeted. So it was a what the fuck moment for 50. The next thing you know, he said some shit in the song. Like 50, like, bro, how you talking about my life and your music?
Oh yeah, Rick Ross put out that funeral music or something.
Yeah, he's like hold up, bro. Like, what the fuck? So 50 responded. And I tell people, I'm like, you may want to have a revisionist history, but if you really paid attention to that shit, 50 did some damage to Rick Ross.
Oh yeah,
he did some significant. He's the reason why y'all call him Officer Ricky right now. Mm-hmm. Y'all still remember Pip and Curly? Yeah. He has some memorable like moments. Even like when DJ Khaled thought that he was gonna hop in and say his shit about 50. What 50 do? Roll up on his family.
Show him that
he's like, man, I can touch your people anytime I want.
Be careful who you tell you. Psych told me. Mm-hmm. That video was wild.
Yeah,
that shit was scary, bro.
Yeah. It's like it could get real.
They said French Montana shot that video.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He admitted to it.
Oh man, I know that. Yeah. But French and 50 had a moment too.
Yeah.
But it's like 50, like, he entrenched in his business shit. So he ain't fucking around with that shit too much more.
Right.
So, but nah, man, so you said Joe Budden said something about kicking
Joe
off the
Budden said it was the team effort to eliminate Drake. He passed the torch to Pusha T. Pusha T passed it to Kendrick, and Kendrick crossed the line and finished them off. So he said it was a team effort, and he's taking credit for it. And then he was taking I saw he was taking some heat for that on the internet because everybody was saying they can't name any of his Drake disses. But if you listen to Joe Budden, he's a good artist, and the disses are great. So I mean, check it out.
So I say this. It's like Joe Budden being Joe Budden. I expect for him to say something crazy like that.
Mm.
And it's like for me, he had some great disses. I mean, heck, if Drake would have responded, Drake would have got cooked. I think, like Common's diss, like made him back the fuck up. Because
oh yeah, Common torched him.
Because Common, I mean, like he probably was like, oh shit, this is the bitching you Common. Okay, let me leave this nigga alone.
Right.
So it's like Drake has found himself in many positions where it didn't look like it was like clean victories. He didn't beat Common. He left that alone. He didn't beat Joe Budden. He left that alone. He just tried to troll him. Like, bro, you can't troll him with Pump It Up, bro. You can't. It was still a mega hit. Sorry. Pump It Up is still being used in movies and all that other shit nowadays, dude. It's like you can't really drag this man for Pump It Up being a one-hit wonder.
You can't.
Because at the end of the day,
Jay-Z kind of held him back.
Joe Budden?
Yeah, that's a word, but I've seen that a few times. That's what he claims. Shit.
I wouldn't be surprised. Jay had he got a crazy little history with up and coming artists.
Yeah, when they made him president, Def Jam, they said he put a halt on DMX. He put a halt on Joe Budden. A couple other artists, but I mean, Jay has that reputation.
Yeah, I love people who's like, fucking revisionist bullshit saying that oh yeah, Nas signed to Def Jam. No, Nas always wanted to be on Def Jam. Right. And just because Jay-Z happened to be there doesn't mean that Jay-Z won the war. No, he didn't. Revisionist history shit, I tell you, man. It's fucking corny.
Yeah.
But
a lot of shit's corny out here, man.
That's what I'm saying, man. And just having conversations with people about quality and shit like that. I'm like, bro, if you're on a fucking 21 Savage album, don't talk to me about quality. You don't know shit about quality. And it's like, it's just like, and I just want people to just draw the line down the middle. If you want to dance, that's cool. You like to dance and move and all that. That's cool.
That is cool. Yeah.
Ain't nobody got no problem with that. But don't
say hip hop. I mean, that's still hip hop for sure.
Exactly. I'm like, but it's not the highest of quality meter because you can fucking bob your head and get like dance to this shit. That ain't the highest quality. Like a quality album got a story in it. I mean, I ain't seen so many quality albums and shit, over the last decade. Damn, being one of the better ones that I've seen for him to tell the story forward and backwards. That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's just one of my things. It's like I hear that shit a lot, and that's what I can't dwell in the world of TikTok, man. TikTok is it's such a weird
about to delete
place.
mine, man. I'm about to get rid of it because it's distraction. So when I do get on there, I catch myself scrolling a little too much, and I can't keep up with it. A lot of it, the stuff is spam. A lot of shit's toxic. So I gotta focus on my YouTube growing that way because TikTok ain't that, man. They about to ban that stuff over here anyway.
Yeah, and I'm like, it's just weird, man. It's like I listen to all these people talk, and they talk like they got some real fucking insight, and I'm like, y'all some emotional motherfuckers.
Yeah,
this is some shit y'all want to say. You old consolation prize loving weak ass motherfuckers.
Right.
Weak ass motherfuckers.
Too many characters on TikTok.
Y'all mad because Jay-Z and Eminem is the bar. How you mad because Jay-Z and Eminem is the fucking bar and they done everything that could be done in hip hop? 24 and 15 fucking Grammys.
I felt like that since 2001, bro. They've been the bar for me since 2001 at the latest.
It's like, and like the omission of like their actual, like what makes them successful. It's like, how can you sit up here and have an argument like, oh, sales don't matter? Fucking sales do matter, dude. I'm like,
yeah.
Jay-Z has always talked about his sales when he's dissed other artists. He's always done it. Drake does it. It's ingrained in hip hop. So how can you say that that's not hip hop? or it doesn't matter. It don't matter to you because you have a revisionist history. It doesn't matter to you because you don't understand how the hip hop culture functions. We gave a fuck about when MC Hammer went platinum and then diamond. We gave a fuck about that back then. We gave a fuck about that shit because it wasn't happening. It wasn't happening. Vanilla Ice going platinum and shit. It wasn't happening because hip hop is only 50 years old. Around that time, maybe 5, 10 years old. It's like it didn't have the respect. So that's why when artists started to actually breach, into pop culture and shit, like with hip hop, it became a bigger conversation. Jay-Z said what about Common? I don't rap like Common since. You want to know why? Because I do how many millions?
Right.
I haven't been rapping like Common since.
Right.
He knows
Moment
better.
Of clarity.
So it's like at the end of the day, it's like it's been a part of that for the longest. I can't omit like what makes an artist great. Even their awards, consideration and shit. Being inducted into Hall of Fames. That speaks of how great their body of work is. Somebody has to recognize it. Because if it was you TikTok motherfuckers recognizing, none of these motherfuckers would actually stand a chance.
I know, man. It's crazy.
21 Savage would be the fucking GOAT.
He'd be in the conversation. NBA Youngboy is in the conversation for real.
NBA Youngboy.
Come on, man.
It's like, I'm sorry. There was a time in hip hop where you could have 30 fucking artists be in a conversation of dope MC.
Mm.
At any given moment in a golden era, anybody could have been the GOAT. Multiple artists, 10 or 15, 20 or 30 artists at that time could have been in the conversation. Right now, you want to know how many people is in that conversation? 3.
Not a lot, bruh.
Fucking 3. Even when Eminem was at his highest, people were still talking about Nelly. They was talking about 50 Cent. They was talking about Ja Rule. They was talking about Jadakiss. They was talking about Jay-Z. They was talking. It was still a slew of other artists that was in the conversation.
Yeah.
More than honorable mentions. They don't even have any good honorable mentions right now. Why is it that JID is not even at the highest peak of where the fuck he should be at 34 years old?
Right.
I'm just saying, it's a lot of great motherfuckers out here, but they're not at the forefront. There was a ton of artists during the golden era at the forefront. Pac and Big was around and stuff like that. There was still other artists being talked about outside of Pac and Big, like Big L, Big Pun,
Nas.
Chino XL, Nas. It was every generation had multiple artists that could have actually cracked that, that ceiling. Yeah. I don't see that with a single artist. You telling me fucking Future is that guy? And I ain't got a problem with Future. But that's the best y'all got? Future?
Future's a vibe. We ain't listening to Future for his lyrics. What quotables Future have?
And that's the thing, is that I don't care if people like want to listen to this music for the vibes, but separate that shit, man. Separate that shit.
Yeah, that's Young alcohol Thug, music, Molly music.
Yeah, Young Thug, Lil Uzi, Vert and shit. Like it's like a lot of those guys don't have the makeup to be the greatest to ever do it. So that's why people like Drake, Kendrick, and J. Cole stand out so much.
Right. Yeah.
And even Big Sean. As much people don't want to talk about it, but hey, I don't know. Y'all motherfuckers, if y'all paying attention now, you got 2 eyes, right? And 2 ears. He making waves. That man is everywhere right now since he's been back. Everywhere.
Yeah.
He popping up all over the fucking world, doing shows and shit and features.
I'm seeing a lot of Big Sean articles too.
A ton. His Tiny Desk was a fucking success. It's like, so, and also my hat's off to Childish Gambino. He ride that line real with between R&B and fucking, hip hop. It's like but that's still not from this generation. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like these are like early 2010s, late 2000 artists that's finally like getting their recognition.
Yeah, very true.
So, but what's your thoughts, man? I'm gonna shut up. I just had to spit that out there, dude, because it was. I'm seeing this shit on TikTok and everything else. It's like, what the fuck are we? What are we doing?
We need better. We need better takes, y'all. We need better comprehension, understanding about the culture, especially people on TikTok. They're so eager to share your opinion about some bullshit. Y'all gotta. I've been saying there's too many fans, not enough students of the game. Y'all gotta study. Y'all gotta do your research, especially younger people. I'm not talking about everybody, but a lot of y'all. I mean, you gotta appreciate the culture and recognize what's great and what's not, because there's too many things being called great. There's too many things being called classic. There's too many things. There's too many things that it's watered down. I'm getting tired of this shit, man. And I started feeling this way around 2000. Well, if going back to the earliest 2004, lean with it, rock with it. I felt like Atlanta started this wave, man. And then Lil Wayne, everybody's wanting to be Lil Wayne, and these little everythings came out of nowhere, and they took over. So it's gotten to the point where we're trying to imitate everything. These new artists aren't even artists. We're trying to imitate everything and replicate what we see. It's imitation. That's not art. We got to get back to the roots. We gotta do better. And if you're a fan of hip hop, do your research, man, because I'm tired of seeing bad takes. Bad takes all day. All day, every day, bad takes, and it pisses me off. Like I'm getting old because I get angry and upset too easily. I'll be scrolling and I see some bullshit. I'm like, what the fuck? And I'll show it to somebody and I'll be like, am I going crazy?
Everybody triggered.
Yeah, it's got to be a lot of bots out here. It's got to be a lot of fake accounts out here saying this shit. I feel like that genuinely.
Hey man, be careful, man. We selling, bro.
Yeah.
We sell it. So I'm like, a what? Don't agree too much.
Right.
No, but I'm gonna shut up. It's so fucking weird, man. It's like I see some of this shit. People ask, why don't you go live anymore? Because I respect myself. I love having functional brain cells.
Right.
I don't have to go live to argue stupidity with stupid fucking people. I'm not going to do it. Yeah. Why would I partake in a pointless conversations with people like that really don't care to do the research? Do the fucking research. Look into it. It's painless. Google is free.
You shouldn't even have to Google it. If you're in touch and you tapped in and your culture, you should just know this shit. You should live and breathe this shit. There shouldn't be takes that talking about NBA YoungBoy is better than Jay-Z or whatever like that. That's just the most watered down one. But there's worse takes than that. Come on, man. You gotta be better.
What the classic Kodak Black is better than Michael Jackson?
Right. Of course.
Fucking
the Michael
weird,
Jackson. I don't even want to acknowledge the Michael Jackson takes. Like, you gotta be born in 2008 to be saying that. Honestly.
I see, and if I say that, people, you're being an ageist. Shut the fuck up, you sensitive fuck. Man. Just because I know better doesn't mean that I'm being ageist. I'm sorry. With age comes knowledge and the willingness to fucking learn something. Not everything I do is programmed into acronyms. I'm sorry. I actually look into what the fuck I'm saying.
A lot of y'all need y'all ass whooped, for real.
Yeah.
Stuff y'all be saying on the internet.
Yeah, it's honestly. Like you motherfuckers are scared of paper bags. So it's like I'm like, I don't know what to say to some of these people, dude. That's why I don't even try it. Like, yeah, that's your opinion. Enjoy. It's fucking weird.
Yeah, 21 Savage better than Eminem. I've heard that. Listen, I want to address something about 21 Savage. I gave up on 21 Savage when he said that shit about Nas. How long ago is that?
This shit like 3-4 years ago.
And I haven't looked back since then. I was like, all right, this dude's he has no idea. What do you say? Nas isn't relevant today or something like that? Of all people to be saying that, 21 Savage, it's just so disrespectful and so out of this world to me. And I can't forgive him for that. I can't. I hold on to that when I think of 21 Savage. Yeah, that's not even to mention his music's garbage. His lyrics are garbage. He's carried by the production. He can't flow. He sounds like he's reading the shit. I mean, come on. I mean, what else do you want me to say? I'm sorry.
I don't disagree. It's like, but when I take a stance and I tell people, like, look, y'all gotta be a little bit more respectful when it comes to Eminem. I hear everything. Oh, it's stan culture. You're being a stan. No, I'm telling you to extend the same respect that you would extend to another artist, to this guy. Let's get past the colors, and let's look at what the fuck he's done. Let's be honest. Hip hop would not be as big as it is if it was not for Eminem being a part of it.
Oh, yeah. I agree.
I'm like, so when does he start getting his respect? Y'all hate his content? Okay. You ain't gotta like his content. So you could easily turn that shit off. There's nothing for you to talk about at that point. If you don't fuck with it, you don't fuck with it. We don't have to go round and round and round about how great he's not. He's not great to you because you didn't take the moment to fucking digest it.
Right.
So when people hear Houdini, they're like, what the fuck is this? Okay, yeah, guess what it did? It sent a shockwave through places like TikTok, and all of the fucking Gen Z people go back, listen to M shit, and like, oh shit, man. Wow, he's fucking wow.
When Houdini came out, a lot of his old stuff hit the charts again, especially Without Me. I think that one went up the most because, it was kind of a sequel to that. But, he knows what he's doing. He did what he's supposed to do. He's hitting the target and he's hitting his mark, and it's a success, trust me, regardless if you think it's trash or not.
Yeah.
It did what it's supposed to do.
And that's what I said. But that makes me a casual. And I'm gonna literally do a TikTok video on words that need to go away, especially on TikTok. Because I'm like, if people really knew how the word casual is used in the music industry, they'd be offended.
Yeah,
they'd be offended. So, that's just my thoughts on that shit. But all right, man. Anything else you want to share before we get up out of here?
Man, let me say again. R.I.P. Julio. Man, we need to do better. We need to stop being so sensitive, taking stuff so personally, and stop attacking people as well over the music. Just we gotta be ourselves. Stop trying to be tough. Stop trying to be the best, try to be the best, but stop being so sensitive. We're too thin-skinned. We're getting mad over the wrong things. This kind of hits home as well. We gotta work together. We gotta help each other out as opposed to destroying each other, tearing each other down, looking for reasons, to give up. But, just do better at the end of the day.
Facts. I agree, man. And also, I want to say, fuck cancel culture. You ain't got nothing else better to do besides be haters.
True.
Y'all canceling all the wrong shit. Find something actually worth canceling. Not a person's opinion. Not a person's fucking opinion. Okay. Find something that's worth canceling.
Yeah.
So cancel culture, go fuck yourself.
For sure. I agree.
Yeah. And that does it for us. Until the next pod, y'all. Lyricist, Dear for Life is out of this bitch. See y'all later.
All right.